I lived 1 month in Lisbon as a digital nomad, and right now we're gonna find out together if Lisbon is the place and the space for you. We go over the following: what a day looked like, what a week looked like, what it brought me, and some tips in the end, of course. I will also give you a couple of places in the end of the video that I really liked, and some places I would not really recommend. But that's if you stick till the end with the tips and the tricks about Lisbon. So let's dive into it. What did a day look like living as a digital nomad in Lisbon? Well, of course, you wake up and I just directly went to the shower to go to the co-working space. I rented a co-working space there, or I went to the gym maybe before I go to the co-working space. It really depends. Tried a couple of co-working spaces, but Tribe, it's really cheap if you are there for a month, and it's really nice. It's just really nice vibe. It's really cool vibe. James, if you watch this, you're amazing. He was like one of the hosts over there. I really recommend that if you work abroad and you want to go to a co-working space, go to there. It's not sponsored. I swear to God, I wish they would sponsor me. I just paid to be there, but it's a really nice co-working space with a really, really nice view. Then after I was done working, I went to meet friends, or I just wandered through the city of Lisbon, because Lisbon, it's beautiful. Like, it's a really imperfect city, but that's what I like about it. And at some point, you just walk around in Lisbon and you found a square with a great viewpoint. In Lisbon, it's called the Miradouro. Also, because I was solo traveling, I did not knew anybody there, but I made a lot of friends. I did that through an app called Meetup. I did not knew it before, but on Meetup you have like all kinds of community. You have a digital nomad community who hosts comedy nights. I also joined DMK Tribe, so Digital Marketing Tribe. That's a lovely community if you want to improve in your skill sets with really nice people. And I also had the opportunity to be a speaker for them as well, but we dive into that later. But through Meetup, I met a lot of people. People are really nice in Lisbon, really social, even the people from Portugal on itself. And with a couple of people that I met, we went to rooftop bars in the evening just to have a drink and enjoy the view. A lot of entrepreneurs there, a lot of solo travelers, a lot of digital nomads over there. So it's a really good place to connect. Also, one of the points that I really, really love about Lisbon, when you're at the Miradouro and you watch the sunset over there. At one point, I was watching the sunset and eating a pizza, and literally for me, that felt like if I was free. So that was a really great experience as well. Just sitting there by myself, watching the sunset and eating a pizza, enjoying the nice views and how beautiful it is actually over there. What a week looked like. Well, if you know what my day looked like, you can imagine what my week looks like. In the week, I just was working, and in the weekend, I went to visit a couple of places. So I went to Cascais, I went to the touristy places in Lisbon, because if you're there, you also want to see those. So in the weekend was just, going out, having fun, meeting people, having meetups, and exploring the city. Now, I think that's the most important when it comes to being a digital nomad or traveling and working at the same time. And that's what it brought me, because this was the first time I traveled abroad for a month and really lived there. I loved it. It brought me so much, because traveling gave me the opportunity to find new perspectives from different people, from different countries, from Portuguese people, from Americans, from even some Russian people. And it's really nice to talk to them, like what's their story, what is their opinion on certain things, how do they look at marketing, how do they look at this, how do they look at that. It's really interesting to network with people from all over the world, and that's what traveling will bring you more. Because even though in your own country, of course you can meet foreigners and of course you can meet tourists, but it's always different when you are a tourist or a foreigner or a digital nomad yourself, meeting other people who are in the same stage. It also brought me that I could see and experience more possibilities. Like I said, I joined the MK tribe, so digital marketing tribe, and they gave me the opportunity to speak there as a speaker. So I gave a lecture about sales and effective communication, and it was really nice because at that point my love for business, sales and marketing, and all the things about communication, so that I worked on for the past 2 years, and my theater background came together to be a speaker for 40 entrepreneurs right in front of me, talk about business and sales and the things I love. So that's certainly a new experience I will take with me and something I would like to do more often. The videos about that are in the edit right now, so they will come on this channel later. So subscribe if you want to see those sales training, sales lectures as well. They will come in a 3-part video, so you will be up to date if you subscribe. Also through Meetup and through the sales lecture that I did, I had a lot of opportunities to meet new business owners, meet new people, and expand my network, from agency owners to other consultants to salespeople to people who are starting, to even to talk about gamification, like how gamification play a part in your business to retain your customer longer, because it makes it more fun to be in your company. And like, I met some really interesting people and did some really interesting stuff through all the meetups and through all the people that I met there. So that's something it also really brought me, not only good networking, but also a lot of new friends, and a lot of new like-minded people that I will probably visit in their own country, or they will come and visit me in the Netherlands, or maybe we would travel to another country when we're there at the same time, or maybe we meet again in Lisbon. Also, it brought me a fresh new environment. And because of that new environment, because of the new surroundings, it cleared my head a lot. Because in Lisbon, everything is a bit chill. It forces you to slow down when you are there. Of course, you work all day and you work hard and you work on your business and you work on things that you need to work on. But something about this city, maybe it's the weather, maybe it's the vibe of the city, forces you to slow down and think. Because of that environment, I got room to think for myself. Right now, I'm a sales and marketing consultant. And one of the things I thought of is to create my own sales and marketing consultancy company with the whole integration side of it. So it's not only selling your advices, but it's way more than that. And thinking about all those structures, and something I'm now gonna go further with, something and I'm gonna proceed, and that's something you will see on this channel as well, is also something that Lisbon brought me through the peace of mind and changing the environment. Also, I had like the best month I ever had during my remote sales career right now. I closed the most deals when I just was there in Lisbon. Maybe it's because I got more calls, or because I was in a certain vibe, or I don't know, but I hit a new record for myself from one company that I have as a client for being a sales and marketing consultant. So that's also really nice. And that's also, I would recommend everybody to sometimes change your environment and dare yourself to do something like that. Because those new environments, those new experiences, those new people will bring you new perspectives, and new perspectives will bring something new in your life and will brighten your mind in a bit. And now, in the end, just some practical tips for Lisbon. In Lisbon, people use Bolt, and sometimes Bolt is cheaper than Uber. So I would recommend you to download both of those apps so you can check both. Also, in the metro, so the subway, you can check in with your credit card. And that's the thing, like, you have this yellow card that you need to reload. And if you're there for 1 month straight up, I would recommend you to just get a month pass. It's like €40, so it's not that expensive, and you can just travel the subway and the bus and everything unlimited. Else you need to pay like $180 every time you go. And sometimes it's cheaper when you put it on your credit card, and sometimes it's not. I don't know, I thought it was cheaper when you put it on your credit card, and now I looked back in my bank and I saw that sometimes it was cheaper, sometimes it's not. So I would recommend you to just get the yellow card instead of being lazy and doing everything with your credit card, or just get a monthly or a weekly pass on the yellow card as well. You can use that same yellow card for the train, you can use it for every type of public transport. Within 8 kilometers, I thought in Lisbon or outside of Lisbon as well. Like I said, I also really recommend watching the sunsets there, because it's so beautiful to watch the sunsets in Lisbon. And especially if you're from a place like the Netherlands, where it's really cold right now, then it's really nice weather there. A good thing to think about is Lisbon has a lot of hills. When you go up, you need to go down at some point. When you go down, you need to go up at some point. So pack good shoes if you go there, and not just a pair of flip-flops, because that will not be that beneficial for you if you're there for a longer period of time. Just pack a couple of good shoes. Also, I want to say something, and maybe if people from Portugal are watching, but fuck Belém Tower. You have this really touristic place, it's called Belém Tower. I mean, the area of Belém is really nice, but the tower is just a tower, and you have like a really nice, cool monastery. You can see it, but it's also really touristy, and you need to pay like $12.50 to go inside. It's not really worth it, I would say. You can also just go to the church. It's the same architecture as the monastery, but the church is free and you still see that. But yeah, it's a cool area. You also have like the FX market over there. That's a nice place, but Belém Tower on itself, it's not that special. And I can't say it enough. Just watch as many sunsets as you can, because at some point I took a ferry from Lisbon to the other side of the bridge, and then you can watch the sunset going down under the bridge of Lisbon. That's also like a really beautiful view. You also have Costa de Caparica's, and Costa de Caparica's, it's like a really nice beach where you can also watch a beautiful sunset. And if you're into surfing, I did not surf there myself, and most people say you should surf when you're in Lisbon because the waves are amazing and shit, but we'll do that when I go there again. Then at Costa de Caparica's you can also surf really good, but it's also just a really nice beach to watch the sunset. And if you take an Uber or a Bolt, it's not even that expensive to go there, or you can just go by public transport. And then that's the last part, and I think the biggest tip: if you go to a meetup and if you meet people there, just talk to people. Like, the Portuguese people are so nice, and even are all the tourists over there, because there's a lot of people working and traveling remotely. And I made so much friends just asking questions and talking to people and being interested in them, because everyone over there has some kind of cool story. So there's one thing for sure, and that's that at some point I will go back to Lisbon, because I kind of fell in love with the city. But first I have a couple of other travels ahead of me, and of course I will take you with me as well. But Lisbon, I would recommend it, but it really depends on your stage in life and what you want to do. But it's a great place to network, it's a great place to meet people, and it's a great place to see a different city and go to the sun and have like nice co-working spaces. And for me, as a European citizen with a fine European salary, Lisbon is also not that expensive. But don't tell the people over there that, because they don't like that. So just be humble about everything about it. Just give, just pay drinks for people and be generous. That's always a good thing. If you have more to give, you should give more. All right, that's it for today. I would say I see you in the next video, because there is a lot of sales and marketing stuff coming up. So if you're up for those kind of things, like, subscribe. Also tell me if you like those kind of videos where I just share some experiences that I had during traveling, or maybe networking events or whatsoever. Just leave it in the comments. And then I would say like, subscribe, and visionaries, I see you in another video. Keep on creating your own life and keep on pushing forward. Ciao.